Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ. And make sure you hit that like button. We're going up against number 13 Baylor. And we have yet to go up against them in any one of my dynasties. Kind of why I picked them this year in this schedule. And they actually are 1-0 and ranked number 13 in the nation. This is going to be a lot of fun. So I do want to check up on my old O coordinator and D coordinators, as Danny Armstead is still the D coordinator at Ohio State. His job security is a little low, but Georgia State actually has a coach, James Jones, who used to be our coordinator in the first year. He moved on right away after the first season, and now he is the head coach at Georgia State. He hasn't had the greatest of starts, but he still has the job at least. We'll see what they end up doing come this season. I don't know if Danny Armstead is going to stay with that position unless they go undefeated. I don't know if he'll be able to stay there. So let's look at Baylor's playmakers, starting with Mark Parrish. They have a great running attack and a great passing attack, as they have two capable receivers here with Holmes and Ahmed. They're both high 90s overall. Actually, Ahmed is actually high 80s overall, and Holmes is 90s. So this is going to be a tough matchup for our cornerbacks, our young secondary, as we haven't had really, challenging tests so far. Colorado really didn't do too much through the air, but Baylor is definitely going to be looking to do that, as they are on the road here and we are at home. So we're going with the all blues in this game, as Baylor is wearing their all whites. And starting out the game, handing the ball off to Jay Taylor, and he only gets a gain of 1 to open it up. So now Denzel Knox in the game next to our quarterback, Dravon Jennings, the sophomore, and he gets it passed to Raheem Akusi for a gain of 7. And on the next play, Jay Taylor picking up 13 yards. Nice to see him getting going on the ground. He picks up a first down. So now a 3rd and 12. We're getting faced with a 3rd and long already. Here's Dravon Jennings rolling out to the left. He's getting hit, tries to lower his shoulder, and it doesn't work. And right away, we have to punt the ball away to Baylor. And here comes this offense. So here's Bohannon at quarterback, throwing the ball out to the left side to Henderson. That's already a drop and almost an interception that time. And now they get it to a 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle to Parrish this time. He's going to find a little room, and he's going to break free, and he's going to take this one the distance. That's a touchdown already for Baylor. We knew this would be a tough offense, but take another look. We had him dead to rights, and somehow he just did not come up with the tackle, and Parrish takes it all the way, and that's an early 7-0 lead here for Baylor. So now here is Denzel Knox out onto the field, getting his first carry of the game, picking up 4. So now a 3rd and 6. Pass out to Knox this time. He's getting pushed out of bounds for only a 3-yard gain, and we have 2 early punts to start out this first quarter. So here is Baylor back out onto the field. Bohannon this time tucking it and running it to the right side, and he's getting a nice 16-yard gain to about the 42. So now a 2nd and 9 from the pistol formation, handing it off to Parrish, but this time Andre Armstead is there for the tackle behind the line. Remember, he led our team in tackles for loss pretty much the whole season last year, and then all of a sudden tailed off towards the end. But here is Michael Cummings in the secondary, getting a nice stop on 3rd down, and we forced a punt. So here we are back on offense. Here's a quick throw out to the right side. He's got Junior Fioka, and that's the junior tight end getting his first starts here at tight end, as he's been behind Josh Oliver and also Billy Humphries the last few years, and he finally gets his chance. Speaking of getting their chance, there's Denzel Knox getting 11-yard gain on the screen pass, followed up by a run up the middle for 6, and he's moving the ball past the 50. So now on a 2nd and 4, here's Jennings, throw out to the middle of the field, and that's picked off by Doucette, and that's going to be the first turnover of the game by either team, and that's nice coverage by Baylor. We knew they had a tough all-around team. They're ranked top 15 for a reason, as they actually finished top 5 last year. I think they finished actually 7 in the nation last year, and they are looking to continue that great season. So here is Bohannon on a 3rd and 3 this time, scrambling out to the right side. He gets smacked by Marcus Daniels, the freshman, but he picks up a first down. So later in the drive here on a 1st and 10 inside the 25, that's a throw out to Wendell Hall for a gain of 19, and now they are set up inside the 5. So handoff to this time David Brown, and look at this. I mean, that was a tackle in the backfield, but Marcus Daniels can't come up with it, and they take the 14-0 lead. So here is Jennings after a good return, set up past the 50-yard line, throwing across the middle. He's got Matt Pollard, the true junior, and he picks up a gain of 26 and a nice first down. So under center this time, Jay Taylor in the backfield getting the sweep to the left. He's picking up a lot of room, and he's getting a nice gain of 9 as he gets pushed out at about the 13. So now here on a 3rd and 2, here is Denzel Knox almost getting stopped behind the first down to gain, but he picks up 2 yards, and that's enough for a first. So here's a quick throw across the middle. That's Junior Fioka once again getting 7 yards, and now we're set up at the 3. So now on a 3rd and 1, dumping it off to Jay Taylor. He can't get away. That's a loss of 7, and we had to settle for the field goal. So now down in a 14-3 game, can we come up with another stop? Here is Parrish on the handoff up the middle. He's getting tackled and dragging our defenders that time. That's Parker Gass and Marcus Daniels coming up for the tackle, but not before a big gain. But on the next play, here is Parker Gass getting his revenge, getting in for a sack as he makes it a 3rd and 10. Throw out to the left side. Here's Bohannon. He's finding Tyler Henderson, but he's not getting enough as he can't stop his momentum from going out of bounds. And they do line up for a very long 50-plus yarder, and that one's going to be good. So Baylor goes right back up by 2 scores as we near the first half. So now here on a 3rd and 5, here is Dravon Jennings on the next drive, taking it himself and picking up a gain of 14 as that's a nice first down. So now counterplay out to the left side. This time Jay Taylor, he's getting hit and he's putting it on the ground, and Baylor falls on it. Take another look. He had nobody around him really. I mean, he was swamped by Baylor defenders, and he coughs that one up. So now Baylor set up past the 50-yard line. Here's Bohannon throwing out to the left side on the first play, and it's picked off. That's Josh Hemphill again. His 2nd straight game. In his 2nd start, he gets an interception, and what a start to his career as he takes it back for the SJSU offense. So now 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Here's a dump-off pass to Denzel Knox. He's got a couple of blocks. He's getting a lot of yards down the sideline, and that's a gain of 24. So now 2nd and 10. Here's another throw out to the right side. That's Carl Wolf this time. He's in the game on the right side, and he's picking up a gain of 17. So now counterplay to the left side. Here's Denzel Knox spinning his way. He's going to make it into the end zone. Take another look at the power back here with the spin move, and he's getting in for the touchdown. Denzel Knox off to a great year. That's his 4th touchdown on the season so far. So here is Bohannon throwing across the middle that time to R.J. Sneed for 8 yards, and they make it a 3rd and 2. Running his running back in motion here in the pistol formation, and that's going to be a throw out of bounds as we get them to punt the ball away, and we take back over inside our 30-yard line. So now here's Dravon Jennings, first throw across the middle. He's got Jay Taylor, who's playing in the slot that time, and he picks up a big gain past the 50. So now he's lined up in the backfield. Another move to the outside. He's got a lot of room, and he's getting to about the 22-yard line, about a 17-yard run on that one. His best output so far on the ground in his career. So now here is Jennings. Throw across the middle. Now finding his bigger brother. That's Jamal Taylor. 16 yards. 1.5 minutes left to score. So now here on the draw play under center, here is Knox throwing off a defensive tackle and getting in for the touchdown. Take another look, just throws him off and gets in for the touchdown. Wow, Denzel Knox has got some type of power, and he ties this game up at 17 apiece. So now on the ensuing drive, here is a sack. And once again, back-to-back games with sacks for Andre Armstead. And that sack is going to take us into halftime. 17 all. This one looks like a good one. So Baylor does start out the second half with the ball. Here is Bohannon from the shotgun, handing it off to Parrish. He's been held in check after the first quarter, and he picks up a gain of 3 yards. So now a 3rd and 6. Snap from the shotgun, throwing the screen out to the right side. This time finding Parrish, but this time that's actually going to be Daniels again. Another tackle, and he forces the punt. So now here comes Dravon Jennings out onto the field, facing some pressure on the first throw. He's going to find Denzel Knox out of the backfield, as I didn't expect Denzel Knox to be as good of a receiver as he's been so far, as we run a couple of screens to him, and he's got going in the passing game as Jamal Taylor finds the first down yardage on the next play. So now under center, here's another draw play. Here's Denzel Knox with a lot of room up the middle. That's a gain of 14, as he's got 50 yards up to this point. So now Jennings from the shotgun, throw out to the right side on a 3rd down pass. That's Junior Fioka again, as I thought he was going to be more of a blocking tight end. And in his junior season, he's proven that he can be a receiving tight end, as here he is with another catch. That's 13 yards on the sideline and another first down. So 1st and 10. Here's a throw out to the right side. That's Knox again, and he's picking up 10. So he's doing a pretty good number on the ground and through the air to start out this game. So now here's Knox, another carry up the middle on a 2nd and inches, and he got enough room that time up the middle for 10 yards and a touchdown. And just like that, we come all the way back, down 14, and we now have the 7-point lead. So here is Parrish on the next drive, getting the handoff, and he's been held in check as he only picks up a gain of 2. So now 3rd and 8. Here's Bohannon, throw across the middle. That's actually picked off by Michael Cummings for the 2nd interception by this defense. And I don't know why he threw that one. Michael Cummings was right in position. And now we are set up past the 50-yard line with pretty good field position to start this next drive. So here is Jennings in the pocket. This time he's taking a sack. That's a loss of 7, as we tried to air it out on that one, but nobody was open as we take that sack. But here is Denzel Knox picking up that gain right back as he gets a gain of 7. So now 3rd and 10. Throw out to the left side. That's Matt Pollard, but he can't pick up the first down. So now we get it to a 4th and inches. Under center, handing it off to Denzel Knox on a 4th down, and he barely picks it up. That's a gain of 2, but it's enough to move the chains. So now a minute and a half left here in the 3rd. Play action fake, this time to Knox. Denzel, he's going to throw the ball deep, and that's actually going to be caught in the back of the end zone. Dravon Jennings with the perfect throw and the perfect catch. Look at Jamal Taylor keeping 1 foot in bounds. Look at that athleticism, and he comes down with it. And just like that, this game has flipped on its head, and we are now up 14 points. But there's still a lot of game left here as Baylor is back on offense, this time finding Wendell Hall, and that's a gain of about 23. So Bohannon handing off to Parrish, and Parrish has just not been able to get anything going. That's a tackle by Matau, and that's only a gain of 1. So now 3rd and 11. Here's Bohannon from the shotgun. He's going to air this one deep, and he's got a man. That's Colbert, and he dives for that one. That's 43 yards. That's a backbreaker on a 3rd and long, and they convert as we wind down into the 4th quarter. So now up by 7. Here's Dravon Jennings scrambling out to the right side. He's got a gain of 4 on that one, but just trying to milk this clock down. Here's another counter play out to left side. Denzel Knox has only got 3, as we're now facing a 3rd and 3. Hand off to Knox. This time they're sending some pressure, and they get in for the 2-yard loss, and we had to punt the ball away. So now Baylor is right back in this game as they start out the next drive, and they complete a deep pass that time to Holmes, as he's been held in check. Andrew Jordan's doing a pretty good job on the right side of the field. So now 1st and 10, pump fake, and Bohannon throws the ball deep, and he's got Snead, and he's wide open. And for some reason, James Jackson Jr. was guarding him on that one. They caught us in the hurry-up, and that's what happens when you play these hurry-up teams. Sometimes you get caught out of position. So here's Bohannon this time. Inside the 5, he's going to scramble up the middle, and he's got 3 yards, and that's enough for a touchdown. And Baylor turns this game right back to what it was. They tied this game up at 31. So here is Dravon Jennings back out onto the field. He's going to scramble out to the right side and throw that way. It's going to be picked off. And wow, Dravon Jennings turns it over in the clutch. But look at this. We had him open. That's Raheem Akusi. But he throws it too far to the inside. And Baylor takes back over with 2 minutes left in this game. And here is Parrish. He's getting going, a wide open hole up the middle. That's a gain of 21. So now under 2 minutes from the shotgun. Here's Bohannon throwing out to Henderson, his fullback, and he picks up a gain of 8. So now 2nd and 2. Bohannon on the draw play. This time Parrish breaks a tackle in the backfield and somehow finds his way upfield for 10 yards as now they're set up at the 20-yard line. So now a couple plays later here on a 3rd and 10. Throw out to the right side, and Bohannon's got Snead again for another big catch, and that's 15 yards as they try to use some of this clock. So now they hand the ball off to Brown, and we just let them walk in. That's 6 yards out, and they give us a chance here. They're up by 7, but can we come back? So 45 seconds left. Here is Dravon Jennings. No turn the ball over on this drive. Here he is scrambling to the right side. That's a gain of 9, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. So now 35 seconds left. Here is Dravon Jennings scrambling out to the right side once again. He's going to lob it. He's got a man. That's Raheem Akusi. And he's got a gain of 41 on that one. The red shirt sophomore with the big catch and run as he makes it 1st and 10 at the 30. Throw out to the right side. That's actually Carl Wolf. He's got a gain of 17. That's a big time catch and getting out of bounds. So now 20 seconds left here in the game. Here's Jennings. This time he's taking a sack. And Jennings is shaken up on that play. So here comes the senior backup, Matt McDonald, in the game. This has happened way too many times in this dynasty. Here he is, throwing across the middle, but he's finding nobody on that one. Wow, Dravon Jennings chooses the wrong time to get hurt. 3rd and goal. Here is Matt McDonald, this time facing some more pressure. He's throwing the ball out of bounds, and it comes down to this. Dravon Jennings seems to be okay for one play, so we bring him back in. 4th and goal. 17 yards to go. Here he is throwing a ball across the middle. He's got Junior Fioka, 18 yards, and he's in for the touchdown. The most improbable play. Dravon Jennings gets hurt, comes out for 2 plays, throws across the middle. Look at how close this is to being incomplete. I don't know how Junior Fioka holds on to that one, but he takes this one into overtime. And here we go, another close game in the closing seconds, as here is Parrish getting going in OT, but he's tackled in the backfield by Parker Gast. So here he is, another carry to the left side, somehow finds a lane and breaks away for a gain of 18. And that one just hurts. So they don't move the ball at all on 1st and 2nd down, making it a 3rd and goal at about the 4-yard line. Here is Bohannon throwing the ball across the middle to Holmes, but he can't hold on. He drops the touchdown. So Baylor has to settle for the field goal, and that means a touchdown wins it for San Jose. So here is Jennings under center, running the draw play to start out this overtime on offense, and he gets it to Denzel Knox, and he gets a gain of 15. He's got an average of 6 yards per carry. A nice balanced attack here from the San Jose Spartans. So here's Knox, another carry. We're just going to give it to our bell cow here in overtime, and here he is almost getting into the end zone. That could have been game, but that's a gain of 4. So we hurried up to the line here. We like this personnel. 3rd and 1, handoff up the middle, and Denzel Knox wins it in overtime, and that's his 4th touchdown of the game. And who would have thought? Wow, we end up beating number 13 Baylor with this young secondary. We knew they would have a prolific offense, and we get it done in overtime. As wow, that throw at the end of the 4th quarter was just clutch by Dravon Jennings. Came in hurt and delivers a strike, and eventually moves on to win the game as Denzel Knox, another multiple touchdown game. He had 4 in this game. He had 3 in the first game, so he's already got 7 on the year through 2 games. And I love this receiving core. We're just doing everything. I mean, nobody's really standing out, but everybody's doing their part and everybody's getting open. It's kind of harder to play on these sliders, so I mean, that kind of contributes to it a little bit. It's a little bit harder to throw the ball now, but our defense is balling out. Josh Hemphill, his second straight game with the interception, and Michael Cummings also gets one, and Andre Armstead, his second straight game with a sack. I hope that continues as we move on to some tougher games, as Pac-12 is definitely going to be harder this year. A lot more teams are ranked, so this is going to be a tough season, and I don't want to take it lightly, but we win this one at home by 3, and it was a good victory. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.